today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here.
The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now we get a first look at this Patriots offense, and of course leading them for his 2nd season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down at the gain of just 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. It's complete to Parker, left side. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you planned.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored 7-7 here. Shot at the 20.
Hitting their playbook. Anticipating what's up next.
Going deep here for Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the Pats are going to have it here just past the 25. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game, that's a bonus for any team. And what a nice play right there, tackling him for a loss.
Too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came.
Team. But that's going to be one when he flips
looks on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be doing. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up.
Has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
The excitement that play generates for his team, not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now give that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it. And
the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just hands-on. So many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up week 4. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Jones throw here, taken in by Parker. Touchdown! Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll try the right side with Harris. About 3 yards there to the 27.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 4th down, Jones. And this one is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watts with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing, Jones. Out right to Bourne.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time. But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep down.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is Parker, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, Aguilar, what a catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty, wiped out the interception.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andre Campbell, the 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone?
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Pulls it in at the 13. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to going here in the 3rd quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how...
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Pats are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate. Speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards for number 11.
On first down, here's Zappi.
Open man is born.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
To throw again on second down.
Zappi. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. New England's offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge the offense in that quarterback time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with one. yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On play action. Now Rodgers steps away. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
And the Patriots are right back in this football game. New England trotting into place on offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Meanwhile, Jones in by Aguilar.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. To try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And good running there.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave with 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the 2nd half. Here's looking out here with the win as they take the knee.